B2B Cambodia, the portal for business news in Cambodia.
B2B Cambodia attended the Pinnacle Business Excellence Award, which took place in Sun Moon Riverside Hotel in Phnom Penh. A business delegation from India, organized by the Honorary Consulate of Cambodia in Bangalore, interacted with the ministers, Secretary of States of Cambodian ministers, chambers of commerce, and business tycoons from Cambodia. The event witnessed footfall of 200 plus people from Indian and Cambodian side over 3 days. On the last day of the event, we heard from Her Excellency Mam Tatalinet, Undersecretary of State of Ministry of Information, Vice President of Internal Affairs of Cambodian Women Entrepreneur Association, as she highlighted upon the women leaderships in Cambodia and the training program her organization undertakes.
Cambodian women entrepreneur, our mission is to promote the growth of business for women. We give a chance to women to bring voice together, because if one voice cannot be heard, if we have strong voice, we have more voices, our voice will be strong. Then it will be beneficial for all entrepreneurs. And we have done a lot of job, because at the government rectangular strategy, the government tried to promote businesses, SME, and also to promote our GDP as well. I have a lot of opportunity, I myself as well, the member, have a chance to visit India to exchange for businesses. And a lot of things that we have learned from India, a lot of things that we can get from India, and I'm sure there are some businesses have been conducted via our visit as well. So this is very important for year 2023 that Sandeep again to create the opportunity for us to get close again to each other after the pandemic hit us like for 2 or 3 years already.
So how do you go about training and mentoring women to become more entrepreneurs with respect to the business world here?
So what we have done, we conduct a survey to see what is the really need that they really need and want to fulfill. Then after we got the survey, we found out which part are the most important and urgency. So we prioritize on the urgency, and then we conduct training. The most important thing that we do is prioritize on the urgent tasks.
How do you ascertain credit worthiness for loans, or is there a minimum threshold of net worth for a member to join you?
So for women entrepreneur, we are not working on providing, we are open the door, but walk-in or not is their choice. But we work with financial institutions, bring challenges to tell the policymaker that, look, this group of women, they need help, they just start up. So the government had to create a policy. We are here informing the challenges that we are facing since we work closely with women entrepreneurs.
Followed by presentation from Mr. Anthony Galeano, former president of American Chamber of Commerce in Cambodia, who spoke on Cambodia as the Asian tiger of 21st century.
There's a misunderstanding of Cambodia as an economic powerhouse in the region. And I think there's some misguided perception on Cambodia given past history and where it is today. So if you go back in the 60s and to the 90s, there were Asian tiger concept was developed for Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, and Taiwan. And that was because these countries went through rapid industrialization and maintained exceptionally high growth rates of more than 7%. And this is a key part of that data. They maintain exceptionally high growth rates of 7% over a long period. It is now, I believe, the time to recognize Cambodia as an Asian tiger. And since we're in the 21st century, we'll call it the Asian tiger of the 21st century. Cambodia's economy sustained an average growth rate of 7.7% between 1998 and 2019, just of course pre-COVID. So that's 20 years of 7.7% track record of growth, making it one of the fastest economies to grow in the world. Cambodia's growth rate rebounded to 3%, one of the first countries to come out of COVID. We didn't close down all that much our economy, but we certainly opened up one of the first economies to open up in November 2021. So the kingdom is encouraging foreign investment. There was a law of investment adopted on 2021, which will help attract more domestic and foreign direct investment in manufacturing, The law provides for a comprehensive, transparent, and predictable legal system to make Cambodia a more attractive investment destination.
Wherever the countries have done, the countries have paid a huge price, the common people. So I'm just thinking how that, probably in some sense called crony capitalism, how will the move from there to fairly market, based fair capitalism might happen?
But the growth in the middle class here has been quite amazing. The home ownership, I think, is a key metric here that the city has expanded with continuing growth in ownership of cars, diversity, also in terms of banking, being able to be, the non-banked population has decreased significantly. So our middle class continues to expand, it continues to grow. This is not about trickle-down economics. This is the fact that it's a more wide diversity base.
There's a sentiment that they should have a switch of the functioning currency policy to have more realizations. So will it affect the investment incentives? As you know that Cambodia export garments to the US, and it's a dollar-denominated currency. So we in dollars, and real estate, we also earn a lot of money, but in US dollars.
Currency depreciation is not a positive thing. So we've been very fortunate that we haven't had to go through the currency devaluations that other economies have, which has made investment here more stable. So if you invested $100,000 in a property here, let's say, 20 years ago, and you had the growth in capital gains, you don't have that second part, which is currency loss, which could wipe that out completely. So dollarization has helped investment, but of course the country is an independent country, it's a sovereign country, and at some point when it's economic maturity, which I think the government's doing a great job of gradually phasing in.
We also heard from Mr. Sean Sapana, the past president of Youth Entrepreneur Association in Cambodia, and Mr. Alan Tan from Wall Bridge Group.
There are things that probably you have overlooked Cambodia for certain aspects. For example, that Cambodia is a least developed country, even though we have moved gradually now to become lower middle income country, but soon we will graduate from this status and we move to the middle income and upper middle income accordingly. And I think that the numbers is quite promising and encouraging that we are on the right track to reach this target, which is not over ambitious, I believe, given the situation on the ground now, the peace that we have, the stability that we have, and particularly the favorable business environment that Cambodia is right in the center of a dynamic Southeast Asia region. India is known actually for their technological savvy, and I believe that the advancement of technologies in India will probably be very good for Cambodian market, and you should look into that area. Government of Cambodia tries to establish a Ministry of Labor and Vocational Training, and our Prime Minister recently just mentioned that from 2023 to 2025, he is going to offer free training, and not only free training for skill training, actually for Cambodian labor force of up to 1.5 million workers, which means that we understand that Cambodian workers need to upskill themselves.
How much of a barrier is language for a new consortium of investors wanting to start business?
Young Cambodians are passionate about learning and they can speak the language very well. Of course, they cannot speak Hindi, but they speak English to communicate, just to get by, to do business together. I think that they can do it very easily. They speak Chinese now, more and more are learning Chinese. So they can get to communicate with their Chinese counterpart easily too. So I think that in terms of language barrier, there is none. I don't think it is substantial anyway, and it's going to be easy going forward.
I'm here to present our group, WorldBridge Group, which I'm the group vice president. Is you see a lot of first-generation businesses, right? First-generation family businesses, where the chairman is still the one running the show. And so you have a lot of drive behind that, right? And so there's a lot of really good potential for companies looking to partner with big business groups to know the founder and who will have a very good network, but will also, more importantly, have a deep understanding of how the Cambodian economy works. What most people know WorldBridge for is our property development portfolio, because that's what you see, right? Logistics underpins the economy, and you're using WorldBridge products probably or products we moved in the room today or in your hotel room or when you go to a restaurant, but you don't notice or see those things, but you see our buildings, right? So we have the largest developments in Cambodia, and we have many other companies that we are a part of in one way or another. I'm speaking here to subsidiaries, right? So again, if you want to learn more about how WorldBridge might be a good partner for you coming into Cambodia, we're always happy to have a discussion, and also to just share our experiences. Even if we don't work together, we're always happy to help gain FDI for Cambodia and help build the market. So thank you very much. Thank you.